For the longest time, the feminine has been associated with weak, fragile, something delicate that can break, basically, because it's weak. And by extension, women, the main holder of the feminine energy, have been considered inferior beings, just beings incapable of providing for themselves, of taking care of themselves, just like humans, but a little less. Incapable beings, basically. In today's society, and for the longest time in this society, women have been perceived like this, as beings that had to be cared for, like a kid, a person that needs help for everything. A person that cannot do anything on their own, that is incapable of carrying forward projects, leading anything, that will always need the help of a man, but in the sense that they are not capable of doing it on their own. They've been treated in a way that is reducing. Oh, we're gonna need someone to do it for us because we can't do it ourselves. We're just kids. These incapable beings that don't reach anything ourselves. And it's crazy because even men who claim to be on the side of women, on the side of the liberation of the feminine, at the end of the day presented themselves as saviors, always enjoy and portray this dynamic in relationships that we can see whether in movies or any stories, and even men that I know that love women that want the best for us, still clumsily cannot help perceiving us as beings that are incapable, and think it's flattering for us that they provide, but in a way that is always embarrassing for us. I know a lot of men that are, well educated, that want the best for women, that want the best for you, that don't have any bad intention, but will say to your face stuff like, I don't want my woman to work, to do this or that, because she cannot do it herself. I have to be the one doing it for. It's still in a way that's controlling, possessive, and reducing, because the intention behind it lies in, you are an inferior being, you are not capable. This is the reason why I'm the one who needs to do it for you. I'm the one who needs to take care of everything, because you're not a capable being. And it might seem like something, subtle, not that important, but really it's everything. Everything lies in intentions, everything. Men really struggle not perceiving us as beings that are fragile. To them, the feminine is fragile, and so women by extension, because we are the main holder of that energy, the feminine energy, and we are mainly associated with that, they perceive us being who are so fragile we could break, basically. And so they're gonna say stuff like, we have to protect you from the world because you're a little mouse, a little hamster, a little mouse, a little cat that could get crushed. You're so small and incapable and, vulnerable, in the sense that we have to take care of you because you're so small, so tiny. I really wanted to make a video on that to clarify a few things here. The feminine is everything but weak. The feminine is literally God, literally. It is crucial as a society and as beings in general that we start shifting our perception of the feminine. And I really say the feminine because this is where it starts from. The feminine, everybody holds that energy, everyone. That energy, it is crucial that we shift our perception of it and stop perceiving it as something small, something ridiculous, something inferior, weak, and understand the power that it really is. The feminine literally is God. Vulnerability, sensitivity, sensuality, this is the closest you can be to the source. What created absolutely everything that exists. It's in your vulnerability, in your sensitivity, in the emotions that you are closer to that divine creator. Its light is so bright, it's so potent, it's so huge. The power of the feminine is so immense, so infinitely powerful. It holds the power of creation and destruction. This energy that women are mainly associated with, right? That women have been designated to be the main carrier, holder of that energy, makes women beings that are so powerful, divinely, that because of that, they will need you, men, to protect them. In that sense, not in the sense that it is weak, in the sense that it is so powerful, it is so immense, it is everything. That the masculine, and so men by extension, are supposed to protect it, but more in a sense of like a bodyguard, something like that, a bodyguard, a bouncer, like someone like basically monitoring everything that's going on, because you can't approach God. Be careful, this is extremely powerful, and you're not worthy to even get close to that energy. You don't understand how powerful that is. You don't understand what this is. This is God right there. You can't fuck with that, and I will make sure you don't fuck with that. In that sense, men are supposed to protect the feminine. In that sense. So technically, it looks like, but you can be more opposite in the intention behind it, okay? The feminine is not weak. The feminine is the most powerful thing that could exist. It lies in every one of us. And as within, so without, this dynamic is to be replicated within everybody. Meaning, this applies to everyone this time. Your masculine energy is supposed to protect your feminine energy. You're supposed to be fierce and assertive and very strong, setting your boundaries and holding space for vulnerability, your sensuality, your sensitivity, your emotion. They are everything, and you have to cherish that and treat it like it's gold. This is also a relationship that everybody has to have within themselves. In a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is that the feminine is so bright, so powerful, so divine, that the behavior that we should be seeing in men, their intention behind all of this should be, oh my God, I need to submit. You need me to carry this. They should be lifting the feminine, carrying it, worshipping it, respecting it so profoundly, because it is so mighty, so mighty. Not because it won't be able to do it itself, because it might break, it can break. The feminine is the definition of resilience, okay? What is resilience? What does it mean to be resilient? Feminine. That's what it means to be resilient. Feminine. When you look at what women have been through in this world, we have the confirmation that the feminine is unbreakable, resilient. It's so powerful, it's scary. It's not possible to be that powerful. Just get up after everything women have been through. The feminine, the attack on the feminine, the slightest sign of expression of the feminine is immediately frowned upon in this world. But it keeps striving, because the feminine is God, literally God. It is the energy, direct energy. We can be closer to that energy. I know everyone is God and everything is God, but we need to start understanding each other here. The feminine energy is God energy, and then everything else. It started there, creation. When you step into that energy, when you step into being vulnerable, opening your heart, you are the most powerful being that actually exists. And it's funny how this world made it the complete opposite. It's funny. But to expand on this a little bit more, but let's be real for a minute. To me, one of the most supernatural, paranormal activity in the world is pregnancy. Pregnancy is the wildest proof, evidence of magic that we can have. You literally have a being that has another being growing inside of their body. There is nothing at first, and then a consciousness starts evolving and growing inside of you, and then it becomes a whole person that wants things for themselves that came out of you. There is a whole spirit, a whole soul that entered this realm, the realm we live in, that enters this realm. A whole soul enters this reality through women, through them. Women are literally a portal. Okay, there are spirits entering this world through these beings. What kind of sorcery is that? That's not magic. This is the most supernatural possible. And you don't worship these beings? That's the power of creation. There's a whole being that grows inside of their body. There are two consciousnesses coexisting for a while in one body, two consciousnesses coexisting inside of women's bodies, and you don't worship these beings? That's the power of creation. Do you know who else has that power? God. Women have been designated to be the portals of this experience. The main portal. There are other portals geographically on this planet. This portal is the main portal that welcome beings from other realms into this world. This magical, supernatural phenomenon takes place in women's body, not men's body, women's body. God chose this phenomenon to happen in women's body. They have been designated to hold that magical activity, and you don't worship these beings? This is a divine power. Just for that, honestly, I really struggle with men who are still incapable of getting that the feminine is literally power. This is the most powerful thing that exists. The feminine is God. I maintain, period. But this world has been, on a mission to normalize disrespecting the feminine, making it trivial, basic, not that big of a deal. The magical, the divine powers that women hold, giving birth, their period, all of the magical, natural phenomenon, supernatural phenomenon that take place in our bodies have been completely, shadowed by society. Like, oh yeah, this is girls' thing. We have suppressed, removed the magic from it. So it just seems like something normal that we do. Where when you really look at it, what the these beings are different. You can't deny that. They're different. They are special. Something is up with these beings, women. They're not anyone, but this society made it look like it's nothing. They're just annoying with it. Oh, everybody gives birth. Get over it. So yeah, I really wanted to share that, and I really hope it hit the same it hit with me when I sat down with this once and for all. And I really dived into profoundly meeting my feminine, my divine feminine, that I myself repressed as well for a long time, that I perceived as inferior, as ridiculous. And now that I'm reconnecting with it, I realize the power that it holds. And I insist on the fact that the feminine exists in every one of us. So it is crucial that we profoundly change our perspective of that energy and stop fucking around with disrespecting God, literally. I will just leave you with the title of this video. The feminine is God, period. See you on the next video. Bye bye.